The Real Deal's 4th annual New Development Forum brought nearly 2,800 people here to Lincoln Center last week. Real estate insiders from all corners of the business came out to see some of the biggest names in the industry. Today, we bring you highlights from the forum. You'll hear from headliner Larry Silverstein, who in addition to speaking on the panel, also delivered the keynote speech. You'll also hear from Barbara Corcoran, Charles Kushner, Steve Witkoff, Bob Knackel, and Don Peebles as they dissect the market, and Brian Sullivan of Fox Business News presses them on their views. And now for this year's forum.
Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats.
Look at where we are. I mean, I think that it says a lot about the prestige of this industry that we are holding, A, this event here, and B, the fact that it's a packed house. Is 2009 going to be interesting in like the, wow, we've really rebounded kind of way, or oh my gosh, things are really bad kind of way?
New York City is a challenging marketplace today. I think it's less challenging than any other market in the United States, but it's challenging out there. It's hard to get commercial leases done. I think it's hard to sell apartments. I think the rental market is going to get soft, and it's going to get soft in the tertiary areas too. And yet, it's better than any place out there.
Larry, you're obviously optimistic. You're building new buildings, both commercial and residential. You and I spoke yesterday, and you said things are going to come back. I'm a believer in New York City. But any short-term pain coming?
My sense is that we are, if we're not at the bottom of that condition, I think we're close to it. But at some point, if people begin to feel there's an opportunity for a rebound, I think you're going to start to see capital coming into the marketplace in a very significant way.
Now, you're some guy in Europe who wants to buy your 8th luxury home here in Manhattan for a nice little pied-à-terre. That guy is going to think a little harder because he could have gotten it 30% off last year, and now he's only going to get it 20% off. So does that devaluation of their euro affect our market? In a subtle way, it does. Whatever. There's always another sucker that's going to pay the money.
Right now, we all know on the commercial real estate side, we're at a credit is at a constipation level right now. There is no capital available for any major development deal in this marketplace. Capital, the faucet's turned off. So who's going to fill that? And the theory is right now, Europe has a lot of issues themselves. The currency spread is weakened. And so we're not going to be as attractive as an investment right now.
Okay, so then, Steve, if we are, as Don says, constipated, is the Fannie Freddie takeover with an ease of credit, is that the colonic that we all need?
Directly in answer to your question, I think that the Fannie Freddie thing is a great thing because people don't buy a home in this country unless it's financed. That's the way people buy homes in this country.
From large-scale development, for a lot of development, capital's not available. Or for institutional type buildings that Steve and Larry are buying, it's very, very difficult to finance them. But what we're seeing in the under $50 million market, debt is plentiful.
2 of us or 3 of us or 4 of us will get together and do the deal that one of us would have done initially by ourselves.
I know very recently I bought a lousy building, I think a lousy building, nothing in these guys' leagues, a little 4-story building in the South Bronx. But why did I buy it? I don't know the South Bronx, but I bought it with a school teacher who eats it and breathes it, and they hustle me to get my money.
You know, my son Jared bought 500 units in Harlem. He's turning over apartments there that he got $700 rent. He's getting $1,700 rent. $1,700 in Harlem is still not cheap.
And that's why it's such a travesty, the 421A changes, that the impetus for them was to create more affordable housing, and what they're going to do is have the exact opposite effect. I think you're going to look back at affordable unit creation in New York City 20 years from now and see a gigantic abyss in 2008, 2009, 2010, because the incentives to create the affordable housing just don't exist now.
Nothing against Red Hook, but against my own judgment. I bought the lemon in Red Hook. And it's still not breaking even, and as we speak, we're repointing the brick, replacing the boiler. I'll never make money in Red Hook.
Will anybody make money in rental?
Yes, of course. I just did a terrible purchase, okay? But again, back to, yeah.
I think we should all give a round of applause for her honesty, okay?
I'm not working for my kids and I'm not working for my grandkids. I'll let them work for themselves. I'm working. And also, I don't want to deprive them, of course, of the excitement of the journey of working for it either. But I'm working for a shorter horizon. So we're looking for deals. If we can't see the end of the tunnel in 3 or 4 or 5 years, we're not interested.
If you look at what's happened in the investment market, and particularly under $100 million, the volume is off by about 31%, but prices are only down by 5%. That's not a buying opportunity. I think the buying opportunity will come probably later this year and into the first half of '09.
But write the headline for real estate this time next year. What would it say?
I think you're going to see significantly more defaults because we have a very low default rate in our debt. It's not great news, but I think that's when it will be the beginning of the end. We're not at the beginning of the end yet. There's still more pain that's going to be felt in the marketplace.
Thank you for watching the highlights from The Real Deal's 4th Annual New Development Conference. I'm Joel Gardner, and this is The Real Deal.